Hello everybody, happy August. Can you believe it that we're actually already in August? Man, it has flown by. It's crazy. I know that we haven't been around barely at all this summer, but we are done with summer hiatus and we are back on track. I'm Kayla Spelling with Cafe Crashdown, and these are my top 5 Shudder favorites for the month of August. So let's get started.
شبیه کجا بودی؟
دختر
در تاریکی کنده
I'm so excited that this is on Shudder because this film is absolutely fantastic. It is a film by Spectre Vision, which I've said this many a times, but if you do not know, that is Elijah Wood's production company. And this is an Iranian type horror film. It's a vampire flick, but you've got this whole like spaghetti western vibe mixed in with graphic novel kind of thing, very David Lynch inspired. It's beautiful. The sound with like the techno music kind of like factored in a little bit and elements. I mean, it's just a beautiful film. It's very intriguing, it's very different, and again, kind of giving into a new culture that I'm not used to. I wasn't used to watching Iranian inspired horror. So this is a really cool kind of cultural experience for me. So definitely check it out and let me know what you think, because I have to say this is probably one of my top films.
Not anymore.
Wow, you're really into
Vampires.
I was gonna say scary movies.
Next up we have Transfiguration. So we have Milo. He's 14 years old in Queens, and you know, he just kind of has a rough life, kind of getting around, doesn't really have a lot of friends, and so to kind of cope with his real life situations, he dives into vampire mythology, because who wouldn't, right? And so he gets really obsessive into this, as we all do, and he has a new neighbor that moves in, Sophie. And there's like this little cute romance going on, but he's also holding back his very dark urges that he's kind of gotten from kind of diving into this realm. So does he hold it back? Does he just bite her? You're just gonna have to see what happens. But what I liked about this film was the realism aspect of it. Because of course you can have some fun, like quirky, vampire-y kind of things going on, but this was just more about real life and like how people cope with things going on, and yeah, just a new exploration of it. So have a watch, let me know what you think. So we have Rigor Mortis, and this is a Chinese film, which I was really interested about diving into because I've watched a little bit of Japanese horror, a couple of Korean horror flicks, but I actually haven't really dove into Chinese horror. So I wanted to give this one a shot, and I was actually really impressed by it. You have Chen. He is a very successful actor at first, and then life just happens, man. His wife leaves him and his career's just going down the tank, and so he's like super suicidal, and so he moves out and he moves into this dump of a place, and well, what do you know? Shenanigans are happening there, right? You got supernatural elements, you've got people with abilities, you've got spiritual ghosts happening, and it's just all about him kind of like figuring this whole new life out. You could really tell that the director had a lot of influence from Korean and Japanese horror films, as well as kind of the late 90s and early 2000s horror of Chinese horror. And there's also a lot of Chinese folklore elements kind of added in there. So if you're not familiar with that, it's kind of cool just to kind of see some of the things in their folklore. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Alright, we have Let the Right One In. So this is a Swedish flick, which I am all about Swedish horror. I've talked about this before, the whole Nordic horror thing. And this one is really, it's endearing. You have this young guy, Oscar, and he is a bit of an outsider, and he really just wants to have a really good friend and companion, and he ends up meeting Ellie. And so he finally gets a friend. He meets Ellie, and it goes into a nice, cute, romantic, asexual kind of relationship, which is really fun. And of course, there's like, he's trying to figure things out a little bit because, you know, she can't come out to like hang out and play at certain times of the day, and then her dad's like doing this whole blood drive thing in the woods, and then there's murders that are popping up in town, and so there's all these things happening, and of course kind of like that traditional like, I wonder what's going on with Ellie. So it's just a really cute and really fun flick, and something that I think that you guys will really enjoy.
I dreamt there was a man.
Last but not least, I'm really excited to say that Shudder is now having Nosferatu on their channel. So if you missed out on Nosferatu on AMC, you can now watch it on Shudder. And if you don't know what Nosferatu is, oh my gosh, guys, come on, where have you been? Where have you been? We have a stellar cast in this, and this is a story that it's based off the book by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son. And he's a phenomenal writer all on his own. And yeah, it's very much kind of what you expect from a Nosferatu kind of story. You have Vic McQueen, which is a really freaking kick-ass name, and she's in her hometown dealing with some family stuff or whatever, and she keeps finding this bridge that no one else can see, but she can see it. And whenever she crosses the bridge, she like, it's whenever she's like trying to find, if she's thinking of something that she's trying to find, she happens to go by this bridge, and then when she goes across the bridge, she finds it. And it's kind of crazy because then you have this guy Charlie Minx, who's totally a vampire, like straight up. He is not cute at first, and then he's like sucking some energy out of this kid, and he's still not cute, but like he's way younger. He's got this place called Christmas Town, and the thing is, like, I can't really describe this show to you because it's very complex. Within the first episode, I was already like, what is going on? There's so many fun moving factors, but the characters are really fun and really great. And like I said, each episode you're just trying to figure it out. You're just trying to understand what's going on and who these people are, how are they gonna work together, how are they gonna solve this, who is Vic, like what kind of special ability is this, what does this mean, this Charlie Minx character. And so what's really exciting too is my buddy Joel and I, who have done some movie reviews, are reviewing Nosferatu. So you can check out some of our reviews of these episodes if you want to dive in further with us and kind of explore these episodes and these characters and just enjoy the show. It's really great and really fun, and I can't wait for you guys to enjoy it on Shudder. Well guys, I've got the list for you. It's Vampire Month here at Cafe Crashdown and on Shudder, so dive in, find some of those great flicks, watch some Nosferatu, and also check out some of our reviews that we have that are going to be coming out with each episode. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. Go start watching. Go start watching movies.